To better understand options, I'm going to use what's called the house concept. And in this section, we're going to be dealing with calls and covered calls. Suppose you buy a house for $50,000. You rent it to a tenant and you tell them to give you $3,000 right now. And in exchange, that they would now own the right, not the obligation, to buy the house for $55,000 anytime during the next 4 years. Let's do a quick recap. A. You buy the house for $50,000. B. The tenant gives you $3,000. C. The tenant receives the right to buy the house for $55,000 during the next 4 years. Now, based on the scenario we've set up with the house, there are several possible outcomes. First, we're going to look at the seller's side of these possible outcomes. It's important to remember that the right that was sold from the owner of the house to the tenant is covered by the house. Once again, the right that was sold to the tenant is covered by the house. Here is case 1. In case 1, the 4 years go by and the tenant doesn't buy. Well, A. The owner keeps the $3,000 no matter what. The owner may put another agreement together for 4 more years or whatever time frame. But once again, it's important to emphasize that the owner keeps the $3,000 no matter what. Now, every time the owner puts one of these deals together, it generates income. Now, I don't know about you, but I know about me. I like to generate income. In addition to using this strategy, there may be some tax laws that we may be able to take advantage of, and we'll go over that a little later on. We're still on case 1, but now on B. The 4 years go by and the tenant doesn't buy. Well, suppose during that time frame though, that there's a minor fire, and say it causes $1,200 worth of damage. The owner is still ahead by $1,800. Okay, what you do is subtract the $1,200 worth of damage from the $3,000, and you see that it acts as a buffer or hedge against a potential loss. That's very powerful because it acts as a form of insurance against any potential loss. And the best part, somebody else is paying for it, not you. And you get the benefits of it. And this is how money is made. This is how income is generated. Now we're on to case 2, the tenant side, the buyer side of the right. Suppose the house has a new market value that skyrockets to $85,000. Let's look at the possible outcomes. A. The tenant, the buyer, exercises the option, that is, exercises the right and buys an $85,000 house for $55,000. That's the power of the option. That's the power of the right. The previous owner, the seller of the right, made $5,000 on the house, plus $3,000 on the option. Remember, they bought the house for $50,000, sold it for $55,000, that's where the $5,000 comes in, then took in an extra $3,000 on the option. Remember once again, the tenant bought an $85,000 house for $55,000 because they exercised the right that they purchased for $3,000 to buy the property for $55,000. We're still on case 2, but now we're going on to B. The option price of $3,000 was based on the old market value and the future appreciation of $55,000 at the time the deal was put together. But remember, the property value has skyrocketed to $85,000. However, the tenant decided not to buy, but to sell the option, that is to sell the right to buy, to a third party. Now, due to the new market value, the tenant sold the option for $12,000 and made a 300% profit, or $9,000. Now, they were able to do this because of the new market value of $85,000. The owner still makes $5,000 on the sale plus the $3,000 on the option. and everybody's happy, everybody made money. In both cases 1 and 2, this is exactly how stock options work. Now the house would be equal to the stock, and the right would be equal to the stock option, and in this case the call option. In this example, the option made 300% profit. In real life with stock options, options can make 300% profit, but more likely and more realistically, you can make 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100% profit every 10 days or less. With stock options, you have minimum risk and unlimited upside potential.